Great. Billy Stiles. How are you, Billy?
Good, thanks.
You're a regular on this podcast. There's not many. There's Oaksy, you. Yeah, that's about it. Husey.
I've been on it once. No, or twice.
Maybe twice, maybe.
Twice. I'm not a big podcaster. I've been on a couple. I've been on about 4 altogether.
But we're off to Garfield, which is on the edge of Gippsland on a Tuesday night. But we did the first ever one, and it absolutely went off.
And there definitely should be a big cat there. Don't you reckon?
Garfield, yes. That's what my wife keeps saying. Do jokes about Udi. What's the dog's name?
I don't know what the dog's name is. I don't watch it. I just know the cat was called Garfield.
And he likes lasagna.
Yeah.
I remember the cartoon being a bit shit. Not that impressed with it.
Most are. Aren't they? Most cartoons are shit, unless you're 5.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, the horrible used to be good.
Do you watch superhero movies still?
Only because we're kids.
Oh, yeah.
No, because you do a great joke about are you a DC man or a Marvel man, and you go, I'm a man. I always think of that.
And the guy that said that to me is on our gig tonight.
Gavin Semple, the great man.
Well, he
lives just near here.
That dude sees superhero movies the night they come out.
I understand. I mean, you know what? Superhero, some of them are good. Like the first Iron Man's really good. Some of the Spider-Man ones, yeah, but you know what really ruins them? Yeah, go straight ahead.
Is it a cop? Sorry.
Oh, that could be a cop. We are holding microphones. I don't know if this is illegal.
It would be.
And
no, it wouldn't be.
They always do that. Oh yeah, they always do that terrible one-on-one battle at the end where it's one guy versus another guy flying around. It's just boring.
Yeah, I mean, Superman.
Boring.
Superman was good back in the day with the 3. Remember the 3 villains?
Yes.
That one. That was. Yeah. I thought it was good anyway.
Oh look. Anyway, I saw the Avengers Endgame and all. Oh god. And there's elements that are really good, but there are elements that are really boring.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I can't. No, I couldn't. If I had kids, I'd have to. But
what annoys me is that other characters from other movies turn up. Now, to know what's going on, you've got to have seen that other movie.
Yeah,
It's like, who the fuck's this guy?
Exactly. I saw that Unbreakable, that one with Bruce Willis, right?
Oh, I love that.
And at the end, some dude turned up that wasn't in the movie. He turned up in the last 2 minutes. I'm like, who's that guy?
M. Shy. That's the guy who did I See Dead People, isn't it?
Yeah.
I liked Unbreakable. That was good.
But,
that's not really a superhero movie.
Nah, but it was one of those ones where another character turned up.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't know who he was because I hadn't seen anything before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at the car behind me.
Yeah, don't worry. It's a truck.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then someone goes, that's Mr. Glass. And I'm like,
what? Yeah, that's right.
Why is he in
Yes.
this? He's breakable. But anyway, that was weird.
No.
And for someone with ADHD, that's not.
No, it's a bit hard. So I don't know. I reckon since you've been on this podcast, you've quit your full-time job and you're doing comedy full-time.
Yep, full-time.
And I did advise you.
Full-time comedy, which means 30 minutes a day max.
Yeah, but there's other things.
Shit.
Yeah, no, we're right. Monash, that's it.
Is it?
Yep. You don't go that way. You'll end up in Frankston.
Yeah.
And what did you used to do for a job?
Drive a truck, pretty much, delivering things. Heavy things, usually.
Oh, I remember ringing you up and you were single-handedly taking a fridge down an alleyway in Northcote or somewhere.
Yeah, I once had... Oh, yeah, that time. Yeah, that was a big thing, big fridge. I once had... The truck was full of dishwashers and fridges. The whole truck was full of that, and that was one.
That's a hard... What time would you get up for that?
4:30, my alarm would go off.
Jesus, and that's like doing breakfast radio. It's 5 days a week.
Yeah, and I'd have comedy, and sometimes I'd get home from comedy at 12 after I ate Macca's in the car.
And how has life been since you quit?
Good. Yeah, I'm grateful for it.
And your comedy's got better?
Yeah, and you were right. You encouraged me, so...
I did tell you to do it.
You told me to quit.
I wouldn't encourage everyone to quit their jobs, but I thought you could do it and make a living.
Yeah, and
because you're a good comic, but you also organise gigs, and that's key to getting your own gigs.
But I didn't do it straight away after you said. It took a while, and then I just thought, if he's saying it, I might as well.
Yeah.
The Don Bradman of Melbourne comedy.
Don Bradman. No, I'm
maybe
more
maybe the Trevor Chappell of.
No, I'm more like Froggy Thompson, who only played for State. I only know Froggy Thompson because my grade 4 teacher was his wife. I'm more like I'm just like
I don't know him.
No, he was from the 70s, but I'm more like a state cricketer. I'm not a national cricketer.
Yeah.
But I'm like Gilly.
Oh, Gilly was.
I love
cool.
Gilly.
Handy. Yeah.
I love Gilly. I don't know anything about cricket, but I liked him. I've done a gig with him. He was a nice guy. So.
You'd make the Australian 11 for comedy, I reckon. Like, you'd make it.
No, I've had this discussion before with Adam Zwar, who's a friend of mine, who's a TV producer, actor.
You wouldn't make it?
No, he goes, you're in the top 10. No, he started off with top 5 comedians.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not. He goes, yeah, you are. I go, okay, here we go. Carl Barron, Dave Hughes, Kitty Flanagan, Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Basically, it stopped pretty. Akmal, so. And he goes, oh, well, you're in the top 10. I go, okay, let's add some more names.
But that's subjective, though, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about ticket sales and popularity.
Oh, yeah, that stuff.
So I go, Lana Woodley, Judith Lucy, Denise Scott.
Warwick Kappa.
Anyway, we got to about number 23. I made it about the 23rd. Most successful comedian.
Right. Yeah,
that's not too bad. I'm happy with top 40.
So you make the state squad.
I make the state squad. I wouldn't make
all Australian.
All Australian. If there's 26 of them, I'd make it.
You make it. I think so. You're in the discussion.
I'm Tom Stewart from Geelong.
You're definitely in the discussion.
I'm a back man. I'm up the back, backing people up.
You're doing the 1%ers that other people don't want to do.
I'm not a show pony like say Sam Pang, who they used to say when he was in football. I mean, you saw Pang play, or he was
show pony.
He was what do they call him?
The orchid.
The orchid. So he needed perfect conditions to shine.
Yeah, he didn't lay many tackles.
Yeah, I was more just the reliable
halfback. As you be like back pocket plumber. Kevin Sheedy says that about players. They're reliable.
Yeah, Tom Stewart.
Yeah. Back pocket plumber.
Yeah, they're just reliable.
Turn up.
Who are you then?
In comedy.
Yeah, in the football field.
I'm like a young.
You're like a small forward.
Mate,
small forward.
Like I was in amongst it, but I wasn't.
Are you like a Danger or a Joel?
Not quick though.
I only know Geelong
had skills
players.
but no pace. Not much pace.
Petrarca.
Not electrifying. I was great, but not. Nah, I was all right.
You got to go to Warragul, mate.
It's a tough lane pick, this, huh?
For fuck's sake, guys, get out of the way. We're doing a podcast.
Massive truck on the right.
No, you probably know him. He's probably from your trucking days.
Not that big.
Is that bloody Billy Stiles?
I was in like a 4-tonner. That's a big
one. That's like a grain truck. Anyway, we're going to Garfield, and so it's been good since you quit. So
awesome.
But I mean, there's been a few people helping you, like Chris Ryan from Canberra is a big fan of yours.
Yeah. You and Chris have been.
And Tom Ballard saw you the other night and sent me a message saying you were great.
Yeah.
So you're getting votes of confidence from a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
People in the know.
You need that because the voice in your head's not doing that.
That's right. Nor are your mates or family.
No, I've got a gig 7 minutes from home on Friday with you, and you reckon I can get one person to come? Like they're over it. I'm at that stage.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, nah, actually, probably won't. Wait till the weather gets a bit better.
Pretty busy that night.
I asked my sister tonight. She's like, I go, what are you doing? She's like, not much, but...
Well, there's a preliminary final on in the AFL, which is tough for footy fans.
Yeah, but she's Melbourne. She had no excuses. They're out.
Yeah, Melbourne are out.
Brizzy.
It's the great Cats, the mighty Cats. Anyway.
Brizzy might upset the apple cart.
No, come on. It's not going to happen. Don't say it. Imagine if it happens while I'm on stage. I'll start punching the wall.
You'll get the second. You'll see the second half.
I'll see the second half.
Well, at least the last quarter.
It's all right. I went to the Collingwood-Geelong one where they beat Collingwood. That was a great moment.
Beating Collingwood's a highlight.
It's always a highlight. For people that don't know, Collingwood are a very much hated team, but they had a lot of support. They have a lot of supporters. I'll be doing Collingwood jokes tonight. Do you want to hear my Collingwood joke?
Yeah.
This is a true story. I was down the street and a woman said, how's our team going to go on the weekend? I didn't know this woman, an old woman. I said, who's our team? She goes, the Mighty Magpies. I said, well, she thinks I'm a Collingwood supporter. I mean, I know I'm dishevelled and fat, but... And then I'm going to say, but I was robbing a 7-Eleven at the time.
Was she old? Because she probably lived... Because you live near their old ground.
Yes, I do.
So maybe, like, that's back then.
That's a connection.
Yeah, you probably had to barrack for him if you lived there.
Exactly.
but they suck. They're in there. I was in their zone as a kid, and they
could have recruited you.
Well, they had a look at me in high school and that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I was playing a lot of tennis, so I didn't really wasn't into footy that much by that age.
Well, Pang played for the under-19s.
Yeah, Pang got down there. A lot of people did. Because remember the old zones? You'd get.
Yeah, we were Essendon in Mitcham, where I grew up. We were Essendon.
Yeah, because they had. I can't remember who came from. Oh, Van der Haar was from like East Ringwood.
Van der Haar, that's right.
The Flying Dutchman.
Yes.
He was from there. Gary Folds, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way, yeah. And then it got to Carlton, I reckon, at like Lilydale area.
Ah, really?
Remember that?
Yeah.
Brett Ratton and all that.
Those guys, yeah.
It was all zoned, and even the country towns were zoned. So
amazing.
Collingwood, yeah, but it was Collingwood Heartland.
Collingwood.
I grew up in the Heartland at Collingwood, and my dad made me wear a Melbourne jumper to school one. And I came home, like I'd been in fights and that. I was only little. And I said, this isn't even a team. Why are you giving me this for?
Yes, it is, son. They're going to win a grand final in 40 years' time.
Yeah, I know. I waited.
Which they did. Anyway, we're off to Garfield. And
Garfield.
It's going to be fun. I'm a bit tired. It was a Tuesday night. I worked Friday lunch, Friday night, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, you had the big one, didn't you? The Queensland.
I flew to Queensland. I did a gig down here, Friday lunch at Gumbaya Park for a big blokes lunch, and then Friday night I did glass and window people, Then Saturday I flew to SeaWorld to do a gig in their function centre for timber flooring people. How
do the two theme parks compare?
I know. So is God sending me a message? You belong in theme parks? I didn't go. Gumbaya World is now called.
It's not bad now.
It's been done up.
I went there. I was floating around the river on the. They got like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can float on. What are they called? Those like
tubes,
lifesaver.
In the tubes.
You can just sit on one of them and you can drink beers and stuff. It's good.
Yeah, I know. That's what. And we performed in this function room, but behind us were all these koalas, in just a room. And Benny, the ranger, goes, "Do you want to come and see the koalas?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I went in there, and I'm looking at the koalas and taking photos. And out of the corner of my eye, I could see him. He's getting something out of a plastic crate. He's got something in a sack.
Yeah. Snake.
This massive snake. And he fucking just goes, "Here, just stand there. I want to get a photo with you and the snake." I'm like, "What?"
No, thanks.
Well, he put it on me. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Remember it when you were little, did you ever go to the zoo on a school excursion?
Yeah.
And you'd go in this funny room and they did something where you put your hand in a box.
Yes.
And they'd be like, guess what animal? I'm like, no, mate. What if it's like something that
It's like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Yeah, I'd never put my hand in that box. You'd always get the little hyperactive kid that would run up and do it.
Oh, yeah. I did say that when I was on stage. You could see the koalas from the stage. I said, guys, this is a bit like a Chinese restaurant with those lobsters. You can just pick one of these and we'll fry it up for you. Which one do you want? Hilarious.
What, oh, yeah, and it was always, in that box, it was always a blue-tongued lizard, every year.
Yes, it's the lizard, sir. Well, they're not going to put in a Tasmanian devil,
exactly
are they?
Right, or rip your hand off. Kid lost his fingers.
And then Sunday I flew to Griffith with Husey to do this farmer gig. They got us a private plane, which was hilarious.
So how small was the plane? Was it Buddy Holly?
No, it was 10-seater. No, it was about a 10-seater.
When I'm on a plane, I look for hot people because I'm like, it's not going down if there's hot people on it. That's my theory.
I wouldn't.
Do you know what I mean?
Who was the big basketballer who went down in the helicopter?
Oh, Kobe.
Yeah.
That was helicopter. I don't trust them things.
No, I've never been in a helicopter.
It's one propeller, isn't it? Yeah. What happens if that stops?
No, it just falls out of the sky. Planes glide. Planes can actually glide down.
Yeah, you're a chance. You're half a chance.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious. So Hughesy's like, the pilot was like a father and daughter team.
Oh, yeah.
So he was my age and the daughter would have been in the 20s. And so they were just sitting in the cockpit.
Yeah.
And they had the door open and stuff. And he's like, I want to ask them some questions. I'm going to go and ask them some questions. I'm like, mate, what questions? Well, how much is this plane worth? How much fuel does it take? What does it cost?
Why?
And I said, mate, do you know what date it is? It's September 11. Do you really want to barge into a cockpit? September 11, like an Osama bin Laden tribute act?
Did you have heaps of space or was it just...
Oh, it was great.
Yeah?
It was great.
Did you drink on it and stuff?
No, they had bottles of water. You could...
It was like...
If you had your own drinks, you could.
Yeah, oh, okay.
There was another couple of horse racing people.
How does How do you end up on one of those planes? Like, I don't get how. Like, who's...
Well, what happened was that the guy tried to book normal planes to go to Griffith on a Sunday, but there's no planes to Griffith.
Yeah.
So they don't match up.
No
and so he said,
airport.
fuck it, my mate owns a quarry. They're all loaded, these guys in New South Wales country. They're big farming, livestock people. And he said, my friend owns a plane and I'm going to hire it for the day off him. And his mate owned a quarry company because it had Rem-built quarries on the side. And the pilot came with the plane who lived in Griffith, and he said, yeah, I fly this around all the time. I fly miners to quarries and stuff. So,
yeah.
But,
what airport did it go from?
It went from Essendon. It was so good. There's no check-in. There's no...
That's where the castle was filmed out.
Yes.
Right behind that.
Yes.
I went there one day just to check it out.
And it was great. And then on the way back, we did the gig, which was in a tent, which went well, except the mic turned off when I was on. She's like, don't do too long before me, Joe. Just do 10. Would you just do 10? And I'll bring me on. And just don't. And as Susie said, we got there about 11:30 to this farm. And the guy goes, yeah, we're going to sit everyone down at about 2 o'clock. And then you can go, I'm like, look at my watch going, it's like 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
But they're very friendly people. And
sat around.
It was great. And
gave you lunch.
We had lunch. And then
Griffith.
We flew back and I had to pay Hughesy. I had cash to pay him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, mate, is this a bit sus doing it on the Essendon airport? And I said, mate, you're not the first person to fly back in a private plane from Griffith and get a wad of cash, mate. So, it's famous for drugs.
Essendon airport. I didn't even think that was still running.
Oh.
There's Moorabbin as well, that one.
Yes. Busiest airport in Australia, Moorabbin, the guy told me. Yeah, there used to be a gig there.
Yeah.
They used to do a gig there and it was great.
Never flown out of there. Avalon as well.
Never been Avalon, but yeah, that's right.
Avalon
I did a gig in Geelong in a beer garden over summer in a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
And the guy who ran Avalon Airport was at the gig.
Oh.
Because I just said, what are you doing? He goes, I run
an airport.
Avalon Airport. I'm like, wow.
Wouldn't be that hard. It's like...
No, I said, well, how many flights is that? 2 a day? He goes, yeah, it's 2 a day at the moment.
Sometimes.
And then I said, and I was doing the gig and then a plane flew over and I stopped and went, mate, do you need to go back to work?
They reckon airport, that job in the tower is... Have you seen a movie called...
Yeah, stressful.
Ting.
Yes, Tin.
Pushing Tin.
Pushing Tin, yes.
And they say it's the most suicide
Billy Bob
rate.
Thornton. Yeah. It's very stressful.
Because they bet the guys in that movie, they're betting on when they're going to quit. Like the new guys come in.
Yeah.
And they're like, 2 days.
Have you seen the one where the guy flips the plane over? Or have you seen the one where he lands on the Hudson? Lands on the river?
Sully? Tom Hanks?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Sully. Yeah.
Because they try to blame him. Like.
Yeah. I thought what.
It's
I remember
good.
the story, and I'm like, how can this movie be good?
No, it's good because they doubted him. They were questioning, why did you land on the river?
Oh, okay.
And he said other pilots have done the same procedure as a test, and they didn't land on the river. They flew to the nearest airport. And then he goes, did you tell them what was going to happen? He's like, yeah, we told them there was going to be some incident. He goes, well, I didn't know there was going to be an incident.
Yeah.
It's a big moment in the tribunal where everyone goes, yeah. He had to put it all in his head and go, what the fuck am I going to do?
So they thought he was trying to crash the plane deliberately?
No, they thought he just did the wrong thing by landing on the river.
Okay.
He should have gone to the airport. But in his mind, he didn't know if it would make it to the airport. And also, it just happened.
Yeah, did everyone...
Like all these fuckheads go, oh, you should have done this in the pandemic. They should have done that in the pandemic. It was a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's a living thing.
Yeah,
it's not something planned.
Did everyone got out?
Not one person died or was injured.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, good effort, Sully.
Pretty good effort, Sully. I think he tours and does talks now. We'll probably do a gig with him if we want.
Crew.
Get him down the Garfield.
Hanks?
No, the guy, the real pilot,
Oh.
Sully.
Did Hanks do
Yeah, he
comedy?
played Sully, yeah.
But was Tom Hanks a stand-up comedian? No. I reckon he would have done
A little bit. Definitely, Michael Keaton definitely was.
it. So I get those two. I used to get those two mixed up.
Well, Michael Keaton was definitely a stand-up.
Remember the movie with Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton called Night Shift?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Saw it at Sorrento one
Great
year when I was
movie.
10. Maybe.
I wonder if it stands up, Night Shift.
Nah, I don't think anything stands up. What stands up?
Nah, I tell you what, we watched with the kids, the Blues Brothers, is really
Stand
funny.
up or not?
Really funny.
Does it stand up?
Yeah, you bet.
But is it PC? No.
Not really. Well, actually, you know what? It sort of is. The only thing that's in there is swearing.
Yeah.
But like, because my wife's like the PC police. So Groundhog Day is very weird.
Yeah.
It's got a very weird undertone.
What about?
So you know the reason he gets to go back to normal life.
Why?
He sleeps with Annie McDowell, and it all goes back to normal.
Ah. Cool.
It's got a weird
What
undertone.
about? I was thinking about watching Flying High again.
That'd be funny.
I reckon that might be.
That was just jokes.
Is that
though.
pretty wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, I reckon it'd have some wrong things.
Oh,
in it.
absolutely.
But yeah.
That'd be funny. Nah, the Blues Brothers. Blues Brothers is good because it's very funny. It's got car crashes. It's got a lot of singing and dancing, and the music's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you don't like that music, get in that lane. Let's not go to Cardinia. Anyway, we're going to do the Garfield Hotel with the great Gavin Semple, and Nazim Hussain is the headline act. And tune back in and we'll let you know how Billy Stiles went in his new job, his new full-time job.
Yeah. It should be good.
It's not a test, though. This is not a test.
I've been preparing all my life for this.
Good one. Garfield Pub.
Banging out your new stuff.
Trying new stuff, because I'm there a lot hosting, so I've got to do some new stuff.
Does your audience know about new stuff? Are they mainly...
No.
Do they know how it works?
No.
Have they had a look behind the curtain?
I haven't explained anything to them at Garfield. Some woman told me last time, you've done that looking like a lesbian joke every time you've been on here. I'm like, oh, okay. She said you got to get a new lesbian to... Anyway.
It's one of your hits, though.
It's like, one of the big ones.
You don't tell the Beatles not to play...
Yeah, Get Back.
Let It Be.
Anyway, you were on, Gavin Semple was on, and Nazim was on, and it was a great night. Had by all.
Yeah, it was good. Gav was started slow. And...
Well, he's actually from around there, and he said he's from Bunyip.
Yeah, traditional rivals apparently they're rivals in footy. Well, just rivals as towns.
And there were people from Bunyip there, and the woman would stand up when she wanted to make a point and talk and then sit down. I said, like you're in court or something. What are you standing up for? That was funny.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was a good night. It's a good country pub if you're ever in the area. The meals look good. I haven't had a meal, but they look good.
It's one of those towns you haven't heard of till you go there.
It's sort of off the highway.
Yeah.
It's off the highway, Garfield.
Near Nanagoon.
Yeah. And you did very well. They loved you.
Yeah, they love me at Gippsland. I think I'm country at heart.
Yeah, you sound a bit country.
Yeah, Bundoora kind of used to be.
Yeah, of course it did back in the day.
It ended at Bundoora. The city,
of the line, end of the tram line.
Yeah. The city used to end. Yeah, the city tram line used to end at Bundoora, and then there was just paddocks till South Morang.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So I feel like maybe I'm country. In another life, I was country.
You've got a country cadence to your speaking.
I'm slow enough.
You are slow.
I'm not saying the country people are slow, but...
No, but they do speak slower generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'm more country than North Fitzroy.
You're definitely more country than North Fitzroy. Yeah.
So, no, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
If I could just do country gigs. If someone said, do you want to just do the country forever and it's guaranteed work, I reckon I'd take it.
Well, country audiences are always appreciative.
Yeah.
And I often find they're more polite because a lot of them know, like there'll be a young guy there mucking up, his dad or mum or auntie or boss will be in the crowd, and they'll go, young bloody Blake, pull your head in, mate.
Yeah, pull up, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an idiot in the country, they let you don't last long as an idiot.
No, they really do.
In the city, you can blend.
But I did tell that story on stage. I did Gormandale Footy Club years ago, and there was a guy called Rambo who kept yelling out, and his main thing, he kept yelling to me that I was a homosexual.
He was yelling at you.
He was saying, you're a big poof. You're a poof. And then he got up to go to the toilet, and I was kind of picking up that maybe Rambo wasn't the full quid. Yeah. So I said to them, look, I don't mind going Rambo, but is he okay? Like, is there something wrong with him? Nah, mate, go him. So Rambo comes back, I go full steam on him, and he's saying, keeps calling me a homosexual, and I said, oh, well, this is a big shock to me, Rambo. I've been with my wife 30 years, but I'm going to have to ring her now and tell her, and it's going to be... the kids are just going to find out that Dad's gay, and because you've just informed me, I didn't know. Anyway,
yeah.
that got a laugh. And I get off the stage and some guy goes, yeah, he did fall off the International Harvester. He's never been the same.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, great, he's brain damaged.
You made me pick on someone that can't think.
Yes, poor Rambo.
Did you find out why they called him Rambo?
I don't know. He looked incredibly like that North Melbourne player whose son just started playing. The legend of North Melbourne, the hard man. He's a nice bloke. You'd know him. He looked very much like him.
Hang on. Who was he? The North Melbourne what? Hard man?
Oh, you know the hard man of North Melbourne. His son just started playing for North.
Lately?
Yeah, like about a month ago. He played his first game in Tasmania. I remember watching. They made a big deal about it.
Don't watch many North games.
Well, he was in the 96 grand final.
Okay.
Nice bloke. He's got slick back hair, kind of good looking.
In North, yeah.
North Melbourne.
Well, no, I only think of Carey and Schwartz. Wayne Schwartz? No, it wouldn't be him.
No, it's not Wayne Schwartz. But
McDonald?
It's
not
that era.
Plays.
It's not that era.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll get on it.
Who was the one that Wayne Carey... Oh, I'm very...
Steve-O.
Who?
Wayne Carey's... Steve-O, his best mate.
Yeah, but who did he slept with a wife of which player?
He slept with Anthony Stevens' wife.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking. No, it's not anything. Anyway, whatever. It's a North Melbourne player.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's a very boring story. I'm sorry to everyone.
Yeah, it was.
Talking about North Melbourne players.
I can't even remember. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, this bloke, Rambo looked a lot like him.
Yeah.
Anyway, about 2 months later, I went back to that era. I did a gig in Traralgon, and there was a bit of a pause in the night, and some bloke yelled out, "Where's your mate Rambo?" I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yes.
Rambo's following me.
They are good. Country, that's what we're talking about. Country people. Yeah. They tell you to just pick on people for no reason. They just go...
Yeah.
Because we try and get dirt on people.
Yeah.
And then you go, yeah, but they go, like, pick on Macca, and you're like, why? And they go, don't worry, just pick on him. We don't care why. They don't even give you a reason.
Yeah,
they just want you to pick on him.
That's
right.
That's
how they are.
No, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
No, it was good. Garfield. There's going to be more out there.
Yeah, Kitty Flanagan's doing it soon.
Yeah.
In October. And there'll be more.
Seems like they're getting numbers there every time, so that's good.
Yeah, books that straight away. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know. I liked tonight's audience was fun. Like, they were smiling when I got on, and that was a good sign.
They were great.
Yeah.
I loved you.
Yeah.
How funny was it, though? Before Nazine went on at 9:30, a family of about 5 people got up and said, "Oh, we're going to get up to train horses, so we're leaving. Thanks so much for the night." I go, "It's not over yet."
Oh, yeah, I saw them. I was outside charging my phone.
Yeah, I said, "It's not over yet." They're like, "Oh, we have to go." And then Nazine turned up, and they're like, "Oh, there he is. Oh, hello. We're going." Oh,
we're out.
Fair enough.
It's funny when people just decide halfway through a show that they're out.
Well, they probably had dinner there from about 7 or 6, so they probably...
Yeah.
They told me they get up at 2:30 a.m. to train horses.
Yeah, that's...
Man, that's brutal.
Unless they're winning.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Don't get up so early.
Yeah, why can't you train them later?
It's a very good point. Why do you have to... That's what I always wondered about guys that come and fix the roads outside my house at 7 a.m. Why can't you start at 9, guys?
Start at 9. Yeah.
I understand in hot climates like Queensland, you want to start early. They start at 6 or 7. But have a sleep in, boys.
I wonder if the horses are ever upset. They're like, I'm not ready to get up. Like...
It's funny, isn't it? Probably just needs someone to stand up in a minute and go, "Hey, guys, why the fuck do we get up so early?"
Imagine that. They're in a meeting and they're like, "Do you reckon we have to be up at 4? We actually, there's no... Nah, they just used to do that.
You need to get on the M3 to Ringwood, mate. Took the train
the blue sign.
Ringwood.
Yeah, that is a good thing. I wonder why. There can't be a reason, unless that's the time horses...
No, we've got to...
No, because the race is at 3 in the Arvo, so...
Yeah.
Get up then. Get them acclimatised to, like... Anyway, that time.
Mate, me or you should do stand-up about that. That's funny. I think we've hit something on the head. Really nailed it.
I just think that... I think everything's the wrong... like, the working day is too long.
Well, you know, they reckon kids in countries like Canada or somewhere, they've adjusted school hours because teenagers should really be... Yeah, get in the next lane.
Left?
Should really be, get in that lane to the Ringwood. Yeah, get into the Ringwood lane, mate. Stay there.
Yep, got it.
Just follow this.
All right.
I've
got a microphone in my hand.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit hard. Sorry. I used to have
a joke.
One.
That's a joke,
There's
police.
no microphones, guys.
Police, that's a joke.
Coppers don't, you know.
It's a joke, as if we'd do that.
Yeah, we listen to this podcast.
We're in the Macca's car park.
Yeah, exactly.
6 nuggets. Thanks.
Yeah, they've changed the kids' school times because they should not really be getting up at 7 a.m. or whatever. Like
we used to finish 7. Yeah, we used to finish school at 3:19, and I couldn't
that's
work.
weird.
I'm like, who's gone? Yeah, 3:19.
Yeah, we were 3:30.
3:30 was primary school, right?
Yeah,
that was normal. But then high school was like 3:19.
Yeah, my kids' high school's 3:05.
Yeah,
I always thought it was 3, and I'd get there at 3, and I'd sit there. I'm like, where the fuck are these kids? Then one of them told me about 3 years later. No, it's 3:05. I'm like, oh, thanks for telling me.
They should have climbed. You know, you never got to leave early. Often in school, hardly ever. They should let you because that happens sometimes at work. They should get you acclimatised to the occasional. You can go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You did a good job.
You did a good job. Done your maths test.
3:19.
Off you go.
We had 6:50. What were your? Sorry, off topic. But what were your periods? How long? We had 6 50-minute ones.
We had 50 minutes.
Yeah,
6 50 minutes. I think that was probably all around Australia, I'd say, in high school. High school was a long time ago.
It used to be 5 to 1. They changed it.
You know what? You know what used to happen in primary school? We had an afternoon recess. Did you have an afternoon recess?
At primary, yeah, we did.
They don't do that anymore at primary schools.
They had a morning one and a lunch, and then
afternoon one.
You're on. Yeah, they did at primary, but not at high.
Well, they don't do that anymore in primary schools.
No. Primary school's the best.
I told my kids, and that blew their minds.
Yeah, afternoon. What's it called?
Afternoon recess.
Morning recess and
afternoon recess.
Yeah, definitely.
And we used to have a nap in primary school.
No,
we'd all lie on the floor. Yeah, in prep we did.
Did you?
Kinder, definitely. Yeah, primary school. I remember in prep lying on the floor.
I did 2 years of kinder.
Mate, you were so good they wanted to keep you.
Didn't speak, me mum reckons. Whole first year. Why would I?
Why would you? You're just taking it all in for 12 months. Well, what's over there? Paint. Okay, I got that. Oh, there's a sink where you wash your hands. I got
that. Remember your art
smock?
Smock,
yes. And the little toilets. The little toilets.
Remember, Mum would make the art smock and the library bag in the one hit. So
yes.
You had it out of the same Scooby-Doo material.
Mate, and what about the little chairs you sit on?
Being a parent must be shit.
Oh, mate, I did kinder committee. Oh. So, and I just sit on those little chairs for 3 hours once a night. As I've said in my stand-up, I fucking had to get airlifted out by the Westpac helicopter. Mate, it was so fucked. The kinder committee, they were so serious. Like, and I had to take notes, but I would just write blah, 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 chip bark, blah, 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 EpiPen.
My mum met her best friend outside the gate of my kinder, and they were best friends for like 45 years.
Yeah, you meet some good people.
You got a mate at the school gate?
Oh, yeah, you make heaps of friends.
Mainly chicks, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, there's more guys these days, though.
Is there?
Oh, yeah. Well, especially where I live in the inner city. Yeah, there's heaps of blokes.
Just going to the gate?
Go to the gate.
Anyone smoking? No.
No, really. There's one bogan, Shannon, who's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And he rocks up, and he's so out of place in Clifton Hill where I live. And he's got a hotted up old Ford car, and you hear him blub, 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 blub. And he came to the comedy night that I used to organise, and I had Kitty Flanagan and Tom Gleeson on, and he's like, mate, who are these fuckers? They're pretty funny. I'm like, mate, they're all big stars.
Funny. Yeah.
He goes, I've never heard of them. I go, they're on the ABC. He goes, I don't watch the fucking ABC, mate. But he's such a contrast to all the, doctors and lawyers and the...
It's good.
Chopper Reed moved to our area, and my wife's like, you're the kind of idiot that would make friends with Chopper Reed.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be friendly to him. I've interviewed him before on the radio,
Yeah, he's from Thomastown originally.
Well, his kid actually went to another primary school, not my one, but he would not fit in.
There was rumours that his was all marketing. Was he that bad? Or I don't know.
Oh, yeah. He was a criminal.
You can't really get away with saying
he was a criminal. He went to jail. I mean, they're not sending guys that just make stories up to jail. I mean, maybe they are, but he,
Yeah. Don't know. Well marketed. Did he marketed himself well? But yeah, that area of Clifton Hill, it's good. I used to live in it.
You used to live there. That's
Lived in it, Dwyer Street.
Those flats.
Get one of your viewers to ring in and say what 4 beeps on the E-tag means.
That means it's
not good.
Yeah, you've got to pay your bill.
It's 4 times worse than the one that you're meant to get.
Yeah. It's like, mate, you're not. You shouldn't even be on this road.
Yeah, I don't have an account. It's not an account system. I end up just having to pay it individually. But
my cousin's husband, who was a courier, got these things to put on his license plate that blurs the numbers or something when you drive through the cameras.
It's called Glad Wrap.
Yeah, remember that?
You put that on there, and it wouldn't take the photo.
Yeah.
Remember a comedy company skit where they drove through? Was it comedy? It was one of those shows. They drove through a red light camera, but it was in their wedding car because they couldn't afford a photographer.
Ah, yes.
And then they rang up can you remember that?
Yeah.
It was Glenn Robbins, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon it was in that. He was a groom.
And asked for the photos, like, for the wedding.
I used to write on those shows. I wrote some great skits.
Yeah, they were good shows.
Did you ever come... I wrote the ones... I'm trying to think of the ones I wrote. I wrote the one... the first one I ever got on Full Frontal was there's two blokes who just like did you see their heads, and one of them's going, and it's obvious it's at Centrelink, right? That's in the background, Centrelink.
Yeah.
And one goes,
I reckon I've seen it.
Keep going straight ahead.
Yeah.
One goes, I find it really hard to get up every day. I'm really depressed. I just don't know what I'm doing. And the other guy goes, oh yeah, I'm a bit busy. And the bloke goes, yeah, no worries, mate. Anyway, your form looks all right. I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. So the depressed guy was working at Centrelink. That was the joke. Classic. Do you ever get no ideas for sketches? Surely.
Did I what?
You must get ideas for sketches.
Yeah, I had some. Yeah, I wrote. There'd be some in my phone. So I can't think of any now. But
sometimes some things you can't do in stand-up because they're visual.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd definitely have some locked away, but nothing.
I wrote one for the McAuliffe program where there's a parking officer standing there writing in his little pad or whatever, and the guy runs up and goes, oh no, and he rips off the sheet of paper and hands it to him. There's a picture of a car. He's drawn a picture of his car. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I was thinking about one the other day. You know how the parking inspectors draw chalk on?
Yes, on tyres. Like
catching him and thinking he's a vandal and just bashing him.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit violent, though.
Yeah.
What was I saying before? Oh, about the beeps. Do you know, did I ever tell you that I paid $16,000 worth of fines off?
Jesus. Was that just...
Just let them go.
That's how people end up in jail, though.
Yeah. They had me, like, at the park. They weren't going to let me go to work. They pulled me over and they checked.
Oh, yeah, they check your fines.
Yeah, and they're like, you can't leave until you give us $1,000, like, as a gesture of that you're going to pay these.
The cop said.
And I didn't even have any money, so I had to ring, like, people I knew and get them to bring money to me. And they...
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Where was this?
I was like 20. This is like 20 years ago.
Were you in a car?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. And they've checked my license and all that. And they're like, you owe 16... Because I'd broken, like, payment plans, heaps.
There we go. Beep. And so was that just parking fines, speeding fines?
Like, where you just go, I'll pay this later.
Yeah.
I'll pay this next month. And then you don't. And it gets interest. And, like, so... But then they had this thing where it was more than that, but then they had this thing where they cut off all the interest. They're like, we'll do you a favour. And it went down. I don't know, but...
Yeah. They cut some of the debt or whatever.
Yeah, so I just made monthly payments for, like, ever. And then one day, I thought, I wonder how much I still owe. And I rang them up, and they're like, oh, nah, you've finished paying. But I was still paying into... Like at the post office every month.
Yeah, right.
And they go, we owe you $400.
Oh, now. Fantastic.
So I'm in credit.
Why is it you with the big lights on it? This is like we're in some sort of movie where some rednecks are going to...
Yeah, like that Christine. Remember that movie, the car one?
Or Mississippi Burning, where they just, we're in the car and they're going to...
And they're following us.
Beep. Anyway, I had a cop come up when I was driving my wife's car years ago. Come and knock on the window with a screwdriver. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, yeah, I'm taking the plates off your car. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, it's unregistered.
Unregistered?
Well, we'd moved house and stuff and forgot to pay the rego.
$600 fine.
And then he's like, drive it. Look, you have to leave it here. Look, you can drive it home, but I didn't say you could. If you get pulled over, I will deny that I said that. I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
They called my dad. He'd had like 4 beers or something, and he was just over. But they made him walk, like they
on a line.
No. They said you can't drive. Go for like a 5 kilometre walk or something, then come back.
Oh, to sober up.
Yeah, they didn't take it, and then he came back and he was under or something like that.
I got pulled over on the day I got my license for speeding on Springvale Road. I was doing like 100 and some in my Toronto. I sped around the corner screeching. I wasn't trying. I was by myself, and the cop pulls me over. He goes, "Show us your license." And I go, "I've only got a receipt."
Yeah.
Because at that stage they gave you a written receipt because they had to print the card. The cop goes, "When did you get your? You got your license today?" I went, "Yeah, mate, today. Sorry." He's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And he's just standing there, and all of a sudden this fucking hotted up car did his burnout around the corner. He goes, "Oh, you'll fucking do!" And he just pulled that guy over with his hand and said, "All right, just go, you young idiot," or something like that. And let me off.
I lost my license once. I was doing. You know how you drive into work zones, but there's no work?
Yeah.
I did that on the Hume Highway, and I was doing 104 in a 40 zone, but it was meant to be 110 zone, so I was actually under.
Oh, yeah, but they were meant to be working on the roads.
But there was no work.
There
was a policeman there, though, and he goes, I go, "Mate, it's 6 o'clock at night. There's no work. What do you, like," he goes, "Yeah, but you ignored the sign." And I kind of didn't ignore it. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I lost it for... Oh, he goes, "Look, I'll cut it down to 84. And you only lose it for like, I think, maybe 2 months or something like that."
Yeah.
But it was going to be a year because it was so much over. But
they're generally pretty good, the cops.
It's a hard time when you can't drive, when you're not allowed.
Oh, it'd be terrible. It's never happened to me, but... My brother lost his license, just kept driving.
Yeah, I had a mate like that.
I'm like, "Mate, you go to jail if you pulled over that. You can go to jail for that."
Remember Hughesy's joke about driving unregistered? Do you ever remember that one?
No.
It was like, he goes, "Mike, I've been driving an unregistered car for 5 years," or something like that. And he goes, "Registrations, I think 500 a year," or whatever it was. And he goes, "I haven't even been caught, so I'm up $4,000.
Yeah, that's funny.
I've never been caught." He goes, "Even if I get caught, I'm still up heaps." The $600.
Should remind him of that joke. He's always looking for his old
I
stuff.
wonder if it's still... It was $600 20 years ago, the fine for unregistered.
Yeah. Now, let me ask him a question so I can wind it up. And what went well tonight and why, Billy?
Well, they got a stage and lighting.
Yes.
And it was ready to go.
Yeah, that was good. We didn't have to set up a light like last time.
What else went well?
What didn't go well?
Well, there's 3 brackets. I don't know if is that ideal?
We normally just do 2. Yeah.
So it went...
Well, people left.
So it went... Yeah.
Well,
maybe went a bit fraction long, did it?
Yeah, I reckon. Were there any organisational hazards that got in the way? The light was okay. The stage was good.
Had a bit of trouble with the mic.
Yeah, the mic stand. Same here.
Yeah, the mic clip as well. I couldn't work out how to get the mic out for a bit. But then you had to clip it like a peg thing.
That's unusual.
That was all right, though. Nah, I think everything went... They're pretty... It's a good small area, so...
And they all laugh. The laughter's big. The laughter's big.
And you can... You don't have to move... Like, at the Grand View, you have to look like one of those clowns.
That's right. Luna Park.
At Luna Park, you have to keep turning your head, or like you're watching a tennis match, to make eye contact with everyone. But
how can we do better next time, then?
At the Grand View...
No, here, tonight.
Oh.
Garfield.
I don't reckon there's that much. Maybe music. Do they have music on before?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't.
Music before it.
Yeah,
get them a bit. Oh, yeah, on the breaks, no music.
There's no music. Oh, yeah, we got to look into that.
So look into that.
Well, follow Bill. Billy's on Facebook.
I mean,
Billy Stiles.
I'm on the big 3. Facebook, Instagram.
And Twitter?
Or
TikTok,
but I'm not really on there. I just put some videos.
Put a lot of clips up on Facebook. If you've enjoyed Billy's work, have a look on Facebook or Insta. On the gram, man.
One of the next big things.
He is. Mark my words. He is. I've predicted a few of them in the past. Not really. It's very hard to predict.
Can't tell.
But you're good.
I could quit next week.
No,
Go back to the truck.
I don't think you would. Why would you?
Get back on the road.
Wait, who else is earning good money like this? Who else is getting like $40 to do like half an hour work? Okay, probably a plumber, a surgeon, a pilot.
Yeah, most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. Thanks, Billy.
Thanks.